Hello, FreshBaked. We're back again with another construction and ops update from the Disneyland Resort, and today's update will begin with our first signs of Halloween in the resort. Now, you probably already know that the Haunted Mansion closed last Monday, a week ago, for its seasonal overlay, the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. And when I walked by the mansion on Saturday after leaving Galaxy's Edge, I noticed these two pumpkins peeking over the fence on top of the hearse out in front of a Haunted Mansion. And I have to say that kind of delighted me just a little bit, seeing those two lone pumpkins. I thought, oh, that's neat. Well, here we go. Here's our start. So I made my way around the front of the attraction into the the main entrance of the Haunted Mansion, and there are a ton of pumpkins out there already. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure those pumpkins in the graveyard are new. If memory serves, there was never really much there at all, like some bunting perhaps, or maybe a little bit of purple here and there. But I don't remember them putting pumpkins in the cemetery. Back behind that stone wall with the switchbacks, yes, they had pumpkins there with the headstones, but I don't remember them doing much out here. So this is pretty new for me, I think. And I'm not sure what those white stakes are for. I don't know if those are placeholders for something else, or if that's... I got to think that there's something else coming in those spots, but I couldn't adjust my focus quickly while trying to ninja these shots over the fence, so I'll have to try again on Wednesday and see if I can get a clear shot. But yeah, those pumpkins, I'm pretty sure those are new. Here's another shot. I'm excited. Every year I do this. Every year I surprise myself because, I mean, I love the Haunted Mansion and I prefer the Haunted Mansion over the Nightmare, but I do get excited when this starts because it's a fun show. The Nightmare overlay is fun. It's a different twist. It's got more energy, more light, and it's not as dour as the Haunted Mansion is, but I do love the dour. So it's a nice sort of rhythm break, if you will. So I do get excited about the beginning of the Halloween season here at the Haunted Mansion. Speaking of Halloween, here's the new Oogie Boogie sign out in front of the DCA entrance. It's a bit different from 2019. The tangled vines behind Oogie Boogie appear to be missing. I mean, they may not be done yet, but it's not likely. Meanwhile, the pumpkins are arranged a little differently over the DCA text. Just minor changes. It's still the same variation on the same theme as previous years. And that's it for Halloween decorations so far. The season begins on September 3rd. So I would expect that the majority of those decorations are going to go up the night before that, Thursday night, September 2nd. Well, we'll be there on September 3rd to check out all the new decorations, so be sure to stay tuned to Fresh Baked for that. We're going to cover it in detail. As for now, let's move on to... Actually, no, we're going to stay in the esplanade because some walls have gone up at the center, the Mickey in the center of the esplanade. These walls went up just the other day, but I don't think this is anything major, though. This happens actually pretty regularly. In fact, I almost want to say pretty much every year. So I'm not expecting any surprises here, any new design at the center. Probably just refreshment because it gets a lot of traffic. That spot of the esplanade gets a lot of foot traffic. People take pictures there all day. So they probably have to freshen that up pretty regularly. Back in Disneyland, and we'll head back to New Orleans Square where those scrims are still up. But nothing to report here again, just standing by for them to finish, really. I'm not expecting any surprises here again. This will be just paint and polish, routine stuff that we've seen them do over the years all around the park, on Main Street, in Tomorrowland most recently. So this is probably just refreshing the paint, making things look nice. I did stop by the Blue Bayou, though, while I was there. And I have been advised that the Blue Bayou is now up to 33 tables, which is an improvement. Last time I checked in, when this was about a month ago, there was only like, I think, 15 or 18 tables. Still not at full capacity. That's somewhere around 50 plus tables. And I was told that there is a chance for standby. It depends on when you go. It's a kind of about luck. And the reason for that is because they budget about 90 minutes for each reservation. They expect a guest to stay at a table for 90 minutes. But if, let's say, you have a small party, that tends to shorten the time spent on a table. And let's say they spend 45 minutes instead of 90. Well, that opens up that table for a standby, for somebody to get in off the list. Conversely, though, that's what I mean about timing. If it's a big party, let's say, or if a guest decides they want to have a couple drinks before they go, because they are now serving alcohol at Blue Bayou, and they wind up staying there for 2 hours instead of 90 minutes, well, now they're behind schedule. So it's just a question of luck. There's no secret formula for getting into Blue Bayou. And there is no secret formula, as far as I know, for getting a reservation for Blue Bayou. It's still very difficult. I am still trying to figure out if there's any sort of... I heard there's an app out there that might help you with that. We'll go to Tomorrowland next to check on this monorail. Scrims and scaffolding still here. And again, I've been advised, no surprises in store for us here, just plain paint and polish. But getting ready definitely for the monorail to reopen soon, hopefully. And I do believe, though, or I've heard, that they may be reconfiguring the switchbacks in the main queue, the area behind those walls. Not sure what difference it would make, though, because there's really, the Finding Nemo queue doesn't operate like any other queue, because guests don't walk continually through the queue. There's not like a constant flow of traffic. There's no flow. You stand still for half the time you're in that queue. So I'm not sure what possible new reconfiguration there could be there, but that's just something that I've heard. We'll check in on ToonTown next, where things look pretty much as they did last week. They've added more pavers on that, the entranceway into ToonTown, but no change in terms of the scope of the work being done. They're still working in that same area, but perhaps by next week or by our next update, we'll see these walls move and they'll start working on a different area of the entrance. Meanwhile, the Gag Factory looks just like it did last week and the week before and the week before that. Stay tuned. These things take years, so I'm not sure if it's worth going by this place every week, but do stay tuned. I'll let you know if something happens. And with that, we do have something that is kind of a surprise. There will be a change. I have heard, it's a very solid rumor, I heard this on Saturday, that the Main Street photo supply is going to be reimagined. Pretty soon, actually, probably by the fall. The inside, anyway, at least. They will no longer be a photo-specific location, as the store name suggests, but just an extension of the China closet next door. Now, at first, this kind of bummed me out a little bit because I love the aesthetic of the photo supply company. It's got a little history, and it looks great at the end of Main Street right there, the way it's been designed. But for real, the actual content of that store is almost entirely irrelevant today. Cameras just aren't what they used to be. In a good way, for us, of course. But all they sell in there now are SD cards and what do they sell? What do they sell in there? Honestly, it's just, we don't use that store like we should, like it was meant to be. Anyway, it's a lovely shop, and I hope they retain at least the aesthetic of the place, the design. Heck, even the name staying the same could be possible. Still call it the Photo Supply Company. Just don't sell cameras or film. Sell more of the extension of the China closet. I'd be okay with that. I would be. It wouldn't bother me if they called it the Photo Supply Company and didn't sell photos. But if they didn't, I guess that's okay. But leave the design the same. Still do that, which shouldn't be hard. Anyway, that's it for this week, guys. Do stay tuned for more. Otherwise, follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBakedDizzy, that's fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBakedDizzy.com. And if you enjoy our show and you want to show your support for us, I would appreciate that very much. Please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/FreshBaked. Otherwise, know that we love you guys very, very much, and we're so happy that you're with us and have hung in there with us for all these years. It means a lot. So be safe out there, everybody. Be kind to one another. And FreshBaked.